Good morning everyone. So in the previous slide we have been discussed about what are the methods of distribution system of water, and also we have discussed there are three distribution system. First is gravity system, pumping system and combined gravity and pumping system. So we'll be discussing or we'll give a quick review on this. So as we have discussed, the water is being distributed to the consumers or to the peoples depending upon the level of the source, topography of the area. Okay, and mainly the distribution system is of three types. First is gravity system, pumping system and combined gravity and pumping system. So in the gravity system, all of us know if the city is higher above the ground, and then we can say that it is the water is being supplied by a gravity system. Okay, and this method is mainly suitable when the source of supply, that is lake, river or the reservoir, is sufficiently higher than the city. You can see the diagram here, the sources of water. This is the clear water reservoir, and after that the water is being supplied by the main pipe and it is being distributed to the town or the city. And the water flows in the mains due to the gravitational forces. And here no pumping is required, therefore it is the most reliable system for the distribution of the water. Next we have been discussed about pumping system. In the pumping system, it is also known as a pumping system, and in the pumping system mainly the water cannot be stored. Here in the pumping system, the treated water is directly into the distribution main without storing, and if the power supply fails, then the complete water supply will be stopped. And this method is not being generally used in our city or the town. Next we have discussed about, that is combined gravity and pumping system. And this system is mainly commonly used in our city, and it is the most common system, and it is also known as a dual system. And here you can see here in the diagram, the pump is being connected to the mains and then to the reservoir. After that this has been the water is being distributed to the city or the town. So here the pumping is connected to the mains as well as the elevated reservoir, and then the treated water is pumped and stored in an elevated distribution reservoir, and after that it is supplied to the consumers by the action of the gravity. And this system is mainly economical, efficient and reliable system. Okay, so next we'll be discussing about, that is methods of supplying the water. There are two methods of supplying the water. First is continuous and intermittent system. So all of us know continuous means we have to supply the water every time, every hours, and in the intermittent system means we have to supply the water phase by phase, or you can say some fixed hours we can take it. So in the continuous system, this is the best system and the water is supplied for all 24 hours. In this system, the sample of water is always available for the firefighting, and due to the continuous circulation, the water always remains fresh. In this system, the less diameters of the pipes are required and the rustings of the pipe will be less. Losses will be more if there are leakages in this system. So here in the continuous system, this is the best system and the water is supplied for all 24 hours, and mainly in this system the sample of water is available for the firefighting, and due to the continuous circulation the water always remains fresh. And in the continuous system, the less diameters of the pipes are being required and the rustings of the pipe will be less, and the losses will be more if there are leakages in the system. Next is intermittent system. If the plenty of water is not available, then the supply of water is divided into the zones, and each zone is supplied with water for the fixed hours in a day or on alternative days. As the water is supplied after intervals, then it is called as intermittent system. Okay, so we can say it as, if the plenty of water is not been available, then the supply of the water supply is being divided into the different zones, or you can say the zone is being supplied then to the fixed hours in a day. Okay, in an alternative days, in a fixed hours, we can say the water is being supplied. Okay, and as the water is supplied after intervals, so it is called as intermittent system. Next, in the intermittent system has some following disadvantages. Pipelines are likely to rust faster due to the alternate wetting and drying. More wastage of water due to the tendency of the people. More wastage of water due to the tendency of the people to store more water than the required quantity and to waste the excess to collect the fresh water each time. The repair work can be easily done in the non-supply hours. Okay, so we can say it as these pipelines are mainly likely to rust faster because due to the alternate wetting and the drying, and more wastage of the water are likely to a tendency to store more water because to waste the excess collect the fresh water each time. Okay, then the repair work can be easily done in the non-supply hours. Next, we'll be reading about the layouts of the distribution network. Okay, so in the layout of the distribution network, the distribution pipes are generally laid below the road pavements, and such their layouts generally follow the layouts of the roads. There are 4 different types of pipe network. Any one which is singly or in combination can be used for a particular place. Okay, so in the layout of distribution system, there are 4 systems. First is dead end system, radial system, grid iron system, ring system. Okay, so we will be discussing all of this one by one. Okay, so here in the dead end system, you can see here the diagram of the dead end system. Dead end system is also known as a tree system. Okay, in this system is mainly suitable for the irregular developed towns and the cities, and in this system the water flows in one direction only. Okay, you can see here, and here in this you can see M means main pipe, B means branch pipe, S means sub main pipe. Okay, and this you can see the dot mark, this is of a court of valves. So in the dead end or in the tree system, this system is mainly suitable for the irregular developed towns or the cities, and in this system the water flows in only one direction. Okay, so what are the advantages and disadvantages of the tree system? It is relatively cheap, determination of discharge and pressure easier due to the less number of valves. Disadvantages is due to the dead ends, stagnance of the water occurs in the pipes. Okay, so advantage in the dead end of the tree system, it is relatively cheap, and the determination of the discharge and the pressure, it is easier due to the less number of valves. And disadvantages is due to the many dead ends. You can see here the many dead ends are there. This is the dead ends, this is one of all, this is the many dead ends. So due to the dead ends, stagnance of the water occurs in the pipes. Okay, so this is about dead end, or you can say it as a tree system. Next, we'll be reading about radial system. You can see the diagram of the radial system. This area is being divided into the different zones, and the water is pumped into the distribution reservoir that has been kept in the middle of each zone. You can see here the distribution reservoir is been kept in the middle of each zone. Then the supply pipes are laid rapidly ending towards the periphery. And the advantages is it gives quick service, calculation of the pipe size is very easy. Okay, so in the radial system, this is the diagram of the radial system. M means main pipe, S means sub main pipe, B means branch pipe, and this has been divided into the different zones, and the water is pumped into the distribution reservoir that has been kept in the middle of each zone. Okay, and the supply pipes are laid rapidly ending towards the periphery. And the advantages of this are it gives quick service and the calculation of the pipe is very easy. So in the next slide, we'll be reading about grid iron system and ring system. Okay. Thank you.